Ibadat walks through the grand entrance of his home. Everywhere he looks, there's nothing but luxury. Marble floors, towering chandeliers, priceless art. But none of it fills the void in his heart. He feels trapped in the life he once dreamed of, but that now feels hollow. Ibadat sits alone, scrolling through his phone, surrounded by silence. No friends, no laughter, no joy. His wealth has brought him status, but not the happiness he had imagined.
I have everything, or do I? Why am I still not happy?
Suddenly, he grows restless and steps out for a drive, seeking something, anything, to fill the emptiness inside him. Ibadat drives through the city, watching people go about their daily lives. His eyes fall on a young girl standing by a balloon vendor. She buys a few balloons, her face glowing with pure joy. But instead of keeping them, she turns to a group of roadside children playing nearby and hands the balloons to them. The children's faces light up. They jump with excitement, their laughter filling the air. The girl watches them, a peaceful smile spreading across her face. Ibadat stops his car, mesmerized.
She's smiling like she has everything in the world. But those children, they had nothing, and yet they're happy.
Ibadat watches as the girl moves on. Intrigued, he follows her from a distance. The girl reaches a busy intersection where a blind man stands at the corner, unsure of when to cross. Without hesitation, she takes his hand and carefully helps him navigate the traffic. Ibadat, watching from across the street, feels something stir inside him. He's captivated by her simple acts of kindness. He continues to follow her. The girl walks into a poor neighborhood. She kneels beside a group of young children sitting on the street with worn-out books and pencils. With warmth and patience, she begins to teach them, guiding their little hands as they scribble letters in the dirt.
She's giving them something no amount of money can buy. Knowledge, hope, and look at her, she's glowing with happiness.
Ibadat watches her for hours, witnessing the pure joy she derives from helping others. It's a feeling he has never known despite his immense wealth. One day, Ibadat gathers the courage to approach the girl, who is sitting on a park bench, feeding the birds. He walks up to her, nervous but determined to understand.
Excuse me, I've been watching you for a while. I mean, not in a creepy way, just, you seem so happy. I don't understand.
The girl looks up, surprised but not alarmed. She smiles kindly.
Happy? I suppose I am. But it's not because of what I have. It's because of what I give.
Ibadat, puzzled, sits down beside her.
I have everything. Money, cars, a mansion. But I'm not happy. How can you be happy when you have so little?
The girl looks at him thoughtfully.
Happiness isn't something you can buy. It's not something that comes from outside. It's what you feel when you make a difference in someone else's life. When you connect with others, share what you have, whether it's time, love, or even something small like a smile.
Ibadat looks at her, his mind racing. It's a perspective he's never considered before.
But doesn't money make life easier? Doesn't it give you freedom?
The girl nods.
Sure, money makes things easier, but it doesn't bring fulfillment. You can have all the freedom in the world, but without purpose, without giving, that freedom is empty. True wealth is in the heart, not the wallet.
Over the next few weeks, Ibadat continues to spend time with the girl, learning from her. He begins to volunteer at local charity centers, helping underprivileged children, providing food to the homeless, and offering financial support to those in need. Slowly but surely, he starts to feel something he hasn't felt in years: joy. Not the fleeting thrill of a new car or an expensive watch, but a deep, lasting sense of fulfillment. Ibadat teaching kids at a shelter, laughing with them as they eagerly solve math problems. Ibadat helping build homes for those who lost theirs in a flood. Ibadat visiting an old age home, sitting with elderly residents, listening to their stories, making them smile. One evening, Ibadat meets the girl again in the same park where they first spoke. He sits beside her, feeling like a changed man.
You were right. I spent so many years chasing things, thinking they would bring me happiness. But I've never felt more alive than when I started helping others.
The girl smiles at him, a glimmer of pride in her eyes.
Happiness isn't in the possessions you own. It's in the moments you create, the lives you touch, the love you give. When you realize that, you'll see that you've been rich all along.
Looks out over the city, his heart light, his soul fulfilled. For the first time in his life, he understands what it means to be truly wealthy.
I used to think money could buy happiness. But I've learned that true happiness isn't something you can buy. It's something you create, and that's worth more than all the money in the world.
True happiness does not come from wealth or material possessions. It comes from the connections you make, the kindness you show, and the love you give. Wealth can offer comfort, but fulfillment comes from giving back to the world, helping others, and living a life of purpose.